안녕하세요. 저는 루입니다.
안녕하세요. 저는 리안입니다.
So we've been chatting away without even realizing that we didn't introduce ourselves. But we were talking about the lyrics. We just looked at the lyrics for this. We're doing RM Seoul because we're doing a more chill song. We've gone through a lot of exciting songs today and reacted to them. And so we just wanted to just relax and watch something chill. So we're starting with, and we haven't really done a solo RM reaction. So we're doing that.
Which is weird because he's your total bias. So
He is. You would think I
it's
would have
weird
shoved
that,
him down your throat straight away, but I
or
didn't.
maybe it's because you've been shoving him down my throat for 2 straight years that
I was like, give her a break to breathe. But yeah, but you haven't actually listened to much of RM solo stuff. And so we thought we would do this because you know how he can rap, but you haven't heard his chill stuff. So we're starting with the Mono album and we're going to do Soul today. Okay, let's look at the song
let's
Soul
do
by
it.
RM.
Okay. Straight away, these wee clips remind me of the clips that Eugene She sends us of Soul.
Yeah.
When he keeps telling us we need to hurry up and come over and he sends us all these videos of Soul, it makes me excited to want to go to Soul now.
I know, me too. It's a really exciting city.
차가운 새벽 공기에 난 몰래 눈을 떠네 이 도시의
It has lyrics.
난 너무나 익숙해 내 어린 날들은 아득하고 빌딩과 차들만 가득해도 이젠 여기가 나의 집인걸 너왜 서울과 발음이 비슷한 걸까 무슨 영혼을 가졌길래 무엇이 날 이토록 널 곁에 잡아두나 내게 난 추억조차 없는데 난 이제 내가 너무 지겨워 너의 맨날 똑같은 잿빛 표정 아니 나는 내가 두려워 이미 널 보가 돼버렸거든 사랑과 미움이 같은 말은 나 I love you so 사랑과 미움이 같은 말은 나 I hate you so 사랑과 미움이 같은 말은 나 I love you so.
This has got a really catchy beat.
It does. It does. I sing it often. I'm like, I love you so.
It's easy listening with a catchy beat.
It's
and
a really
it's a very relatable lyrics.
It is, and it's a good driving song. It's a good Sunday afternoon song. It's a good. His whole Mono album and Indigo is just so chill, and his voice is like honey. Like, you know, those first.
He has
first
a good
verse.
voice. He does. He does have a good voice.
He does.
Like, RM's never really been one of the ones that I would like listen to, and it's not because he's not talented and he doesn't do good music. It's just, you know, it's like you have a certain type of music that you're like attracted to, and for me that's August D, and for you it's like RM. But I really like this song. I think it speaks to me a little bit, especially the whole like pulling on the heartstrings of what home really is and like belonging somewhere. Because I felt that my whole life. Like I feel like I don't belong anywhere.
Yeah, he's very poetic. I love the way he like structures stuff and plays with words as well.
가만히 있어도 풍경이 바뀌는 버스와 비슷한 듯 조금씩 다른 빌딩 역한 듯 아닌 듯한 삶의 향과 따뜻한 척하는 차가운 공원들 늘 헤매야 하는 사람들과 너만은 하늘 품는 한강들과 혼자 하늘을 볼 수 없는 그네들과 다 큰애들과 좀 늦어버린 친구들은 툭하면
I don't know why, but this song is hitting me right in the feels, and I just don't know why. I think it's because the conversation we had about like what home is to us, and now it's like making me feel a bit like.
Especially where he says like things like the swings that can't see the sky without someone. That's so beautiful. Like his way with words is so amazing. It speaks to a loneliness as well. Like
I think that's what it is. The song feels lonely.
It does.
It feels sad, even though the beat is good. It's kind of like it's not a sad song, but it feels sad.
It does. Oh, we're getting Jin Lee emotional.
I think it's because me and you were both kind of nomads.
Yeah.
We don't really have a home. Like,
Yeah.
that sounds so weird to say, but we have homes, obviously, we live in them, but, like, we don't feel like this is our home.
Home. Exactly.
And we've both had really, like, lives where we moved around a lot and started over and never made long-term connection to people
Yeah.
and places, and I feel like that's probably why this song's getting to me.
떠나겠다 해 난 끄적거려 보지만 웃질 못해 너무 인정하기 싫지만 이미 난 널 미움과 그 역겨움까지 다 사랑해 전기천의 비린내 사랑해 선유도의 쓸쓸함을 사랑해 돈만 있으면 살기 좋다던 어느 택시기사의 그 한숨까지도 I love you I love you so 사랑과 미움이 같은 말은 I hate you so.
So this bit here, like, it totally feels like it's giving me the feels because I live really close to Edinburgh now. It's like 30 minutes away. I was born in Edinburgh, right? But I never lived there. Well, I did for a very short time, but I was like really young. But when I'm in Edinburgh, it's probably the closest I have to some kind of connection to where I'm from.
Yeah.
So when I'm in Edinburgh, I have that sense of this is my place, but I freaking hate Edinburgh. Like, I hate being there. Like, and I think that's why this song is getting to me so much, because it's making me evaluate my sense of like where I belong, and like, I don't know why that's getting to me.
But that's the magic of RM. He makes you evaluate everything in your life.
Adam, you're sacked. Lean doesn't do emotional, okay?
I also
You're
love
like
it.
this.
I also love it where he says the city's a really great city if you have money, and
Yeah,
it's so
that's the same with
true.
Edinburgh.
Yeah,
Edinburgh is
and
probably
Utah.
because when I was younger, I've been through poverty, and Edinburgh was one of the places okay, like, I have to give a wee bit of backstory. The reason I hate Edinburgh, right? When I was younger, my mum and dad divorced, and my mum had nowhere to go. She was homeless. So she was put in a bed and breakfast in Edinburgh as a place to live, a 1-bedroom thing. And every weekend, that is where she had to take her 4 children for access, to have us taken there and have the day in a B&B over a bus station, sharing like what little food she could afford. Like, it was a very hard time. And I was also going through the fact that my parents had divorced, my whole life had been upended, my parents were at war with each other, and it was like a big family thing. So for me, the place that I was born is not a happy place. It's a place where my life literally fell apart, and the only memories I have of it is my mum going through hell and poverty. So when I'm in Edinburgh, it's like a torn between, this is my city, but if you're poor in this city, you're like a nothing.
Yeah.
You have to have money, and you have to, like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's
Yeah.
see, I hate this kind of music.
Well, and this is how I feel now, is because like I'm getting so personal in this, but I moved to Utah to be married and to be with the person I wanted to be with. And when everything imploded in my life, I had to start over and literally start over as an immigrant in Utah. And it's a hard place to be. America's a hard place to be as an immigrant to start. There's no resources, there's no support. Like, if you come over and get married to someone here and things fall apart, you're on your own here, and so, like, that's one of the reasons I've grown to like not really enjoy Utah, is because I only have memories of hardship here, of really just battling to survive. And yeah, it kind of like your experiences taint the place that you live in, for sure.
I feel like that's probably why I feel that way about Edinburgh, and that's probably why he feels that way about Seoul.
Yeah, because you know what, this song was also like in their earlier days, and where they were still struggling, and you've left your family, you've left security, you're living in a 1-bedroom dorm trying to just survive. And so yeah, he definitely, and he kept journals, so he writes down all of his thoughts about how he's feeling, and it must have been really hard for them having so many hardships and really battling to be looking around, seeing other successful groups, seeing other successful human beings around them, being surrounded in that idol celebrity industry by wealthy people. And, you're looked down upon, you're bullied, you're made fun, your name's made fun of, Bangtang Songyo and Dan, everything's like a struggle. So you have these mixed feelings about the place you stay in. So
definitely. Wow. Who knew?
And
I would get emotional about an RM song. Okay.
사랑과 뮤직 같은 말은 너 I love you so 사랑과 뮤직 같은 말은 너 I hate you so 사랑과 뮤직 같은 말은 너 I love you so 사랑과 뮤직 같은 말은 너 I hate you so 사랑과 뮤직 같은 말은 너 I love you so 사랑과 뮤직 같은 말은 너 I hate you so yeah, I'm losing you. I'm losing you. I'm losing you. I'm losing you.
That's very contrasty, and the whole song's about that. I love you, I hate you, I'm leaving you, I'm living you.
Yeah, I
It's
definitely go through those emotions.
yeah,
Not so much now that I'm kind of settled here, but I've definitely for the last few years gone through the emotions like where I stay right now.
yeah, exactly. And you're like, for me, it's like I'm torn. Like, do I want to go take a chance and move to another country? Do I want to stay in Utah and like just be safe, but struggle? Like, it's really difficult. So, really hard.
You know how many times he prods me or touches me?
I was
So
waiting for him to
on
prod
it.
you. That's why I hesitated, just stopped. I was like, is he going to
I
prod
was
you?
waiting, like.
Okay.
Right, is our last bit of this song.
사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 여보세요? 한강인데 가려고. 응? 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I hate you so 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I love you so 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I hate you so 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I love you so 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I hate you so yeah I love you so yeah I hate you so yeah I love you so yeah I hate you so
Seoul looks like such a beautiful city, but I can imagine that it harbors many hardships living there,
Yeah.
as most cities do.
Especially if you're poor and you're like battling to just live every day. So many lonely people as well, apparently, in Seoul. Because I think they leave their smaller towns and go to the big city to get work, and then they're away from their family.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Like
That song was very... You know, I don't like the touchy-feely things and the emotions and the getting upset and the talking about feelings and stuff. How could you do this to me, Lou?
it got you. I saw it got you. I was like staring at you. I was like, it's getting to her. That's funny.
When the blank face comes on.
Yeah, you're like, you were
Lean
like,
will not move now. Lean is in autopilot.
that's exactly you. You were like this.
Like, I am not going to react to this song. I refuse. That was definitely a very tuggy. It's a tuggy song.
It's a tuggy song. It is a tuggy song. And like it makes everyone think. That's what I like about him. He makes people think like Augusty does too. Makes people think.
That makes you think in different ways to Augusty though. Augusty's very self-focused. It's about hardships and your like struggles and your feelings. Whereas this is something else.
You're getting pulled into the BTS rabbit hole. It is. You know what it is about it is like it's a glimpse at RM's poetic soul and his view on the world that is universal at the same time. He knows how to find stuff that other people would speak to somebody else's heart, I think. And he has a very clever way of constructing song, like composing, which I love. So
I can smell burn it. Don't. Oh, yeah. Is that it's sticky.
what is that?
It was off the bread.
Oh,
It's the bread thing that keeps
the
the
bread
bread
thing.
shut.
Oh, okay.
Ass wipe. Oh, so yeah, this I have no words. Lean has lost the ability to word. It was just, you know that feeling in the pit of your stomach that gets like a heaviness, and then your chest gets a little bit like compressed, and like you feel like there's something going on back here, and you're like, if I just let that develop, that might become something. I was fighting that the entire way through that song, like, what the freak, man? Like, what are you doing? There was no actual physical reason to be that like upset over a
Emotional.
song. Yeah. So yeah, and when watching this is Lean looking emotional.
Now you're kind of
Okay?
starting to
Now
see.
you've seen it.
Now you're starting to. Now you're
That
starting to.
blankness.
Now you're starting to see the RM magnetism starting to
Yeah,
come
I think it's
through.
because, like I said before in another song, where you are in your personal life journey really affects like how you take in a song.
Connect to a song.
And yeah, we're not in a place where like romance songs or that like really affect us. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, a breakup song doesn't elicit a tear from me. It's just like dodged a bullet.
Done.
But yeah, but talking about where you belong and home and loving, hating where you live and not having memories to the place that you are living, and like, I think as well with us being, we're both kind of messed up heritage and culturally. We don't really feel a sense of belonging even in our own like
exactly
culture, because we're both like obviously kind of all over the place with like our heritage. So yeah, that song spoke to us more than RM realizes.
Yeah. And there's another song on that album called Tokyo, which I love, which is kind of similar, but for me, like a little bit more resonates with me because I've felt that, where he talks about loneliness and living in other cities, which would be nice to react to. So we need to react to that as well.
Are you trying to break Lean to see if she can here?
How do you get you to cry on camera, okay?
It shall never happen.
I didn't expect you to react that way to Solo. I thought you'd just be like, oh,
Neither
that's
did
cool,
I.
that's chill. And then you were like, I was like, Lean, you're
like, what the
getting
hell
it.
have you done, bitch?
I know.
How
You're
dare
getting
you?
it. So,
but see, you know, I still didn't do a loo. There was
you
no
still didn't
wet
cry.
eye. There was no wet. I
No.
just go very still and very quiet, very internalized, and be like, what is this bitch doing to me? In a rock.
Oh, I know. I love that song though. Like, I listen to that at least once a week. Like, I usually listen to it when I'm doing art and
I don't know if I want to put myself through that emotional trauma for a second. To be quite honest.
It gets vibey. Like, if you continue listening to it, you're like,
yeah, but if I listen to it some more, it might make me question my entire existence in this country. So
you might disappear. We're like, where's Lean? Oh, she's
like,
now living in Seoul.
I've moved in so many years, and maybe it is time to move.
You'll be ghosting everyone, and you'll pitch up in Seoul.
I'll be like, I've changed my mind. I'm moving to South Korea. Okay, bye.
You'll be like, phone you Jinshi. I'm coming over.
Well, he did offer that I could come and live there sometime. So
get a school
Get the bedroom ready. I'm coming.
Yeah, coming. Get an English school teacher job ready for me. I'm coming over.
Tell you, if I could go back to my singleton days after I left the girl band, when I was in that space of not sure what I was going to do in my life, if I had known back then that you could just hop on a plane and become like, Scotland does a transfer thing. You can go to college in South Korea, the same that you would do here. They do like a swap thing. See, if I'd have learned that back then, I'd be gone.
To be done. Be
I'd be
like,
done
oh,
because Scotland is
experience other
you love
cultures.
Scotland, but you hate Scotland. And you ask any Scottish people, they really don't like Scotland until they leave Scotland, and then they love Scotland, and they meet other Scottish people, and they're like, "Yeah, Scotland!" But then when we're in Scotland, we're like, "Freaking hate Scotland."
For me, I've traveled so many places and it hasn't improved. My travel bug is still there. I have been to, because I used to as be a flight attendant, so I was like in 55 different countries and really enjoyed and loved it. But like it I think being in Utah for 8 years has now like made me a little bit flat-footed. I want to get back to being a nomad again. So
See, I've never really had a travel bug. I've had a lack of sense of belonging that urged me to move anytime I exhausted a place. That's why 3 years was kind of my thing, because you settle in enough, and by year 3, you've got your routines and the people that you're friends with now, and your
yeah.
life is kind of settled. And that was usually when I started to feel really like suffocated and like this is not my place.
Yeah.
That's why I've moved so much. Because even in the beginning, obviously I was a child and my family moved that much. But when I left home at 19, I have continued to move every 3 years until I moved here.
I've done 6 years usually. I'm usually
6
6
years
years
was
in
my
one place.
longest, but that was, we moved from one end of the town to the other when I lived in the Highlands. So we still moved after 3
Yeah.
years. We just moved 4 miles.
I think
Well,
if
that was like,
I think if I end up moving to Italy to be with my sister, she lives in Tuscany now, with my nephew, that will be my place for the rest of my life. So it's just really peaceful, and I'll be with family, near family, and watch my nephew grow up. And I want to have a ceramics pottery studio and do my art for exhibitions, and then also have a little pottery studio that I can mess with for tourist art as well. So that would be like my ideal, like be
I
in the
would like to
Tuscan
become
vineyards.
a millionaire, and I would like to own a house in every country that I feel like I like. And then I'll just move every time I get bored, and I'll go and visit you, Junshi, and I'll stay in South Korea for a little while, and then I'll go to I'll come visit you, and then I'll come back to Scotland, and I'll go down there, and I'll just be a millionaire. I'll just have like 70 houses.
See, that's my plan. Move to Italy and then go visit South Korea for a few months. If I can freelance and do stuff, I can do that. So that's my plan. And then maybe come to you.
How could you play this song to me? Questioning my entire life now. Okay. That was it. We should end this one before Lean has an actual mental break on camera. There should be no evidence of that. That kind of thing gets you unalived. Ruining my street cred here, Lou. What are you doing?
I'm ruining your street cred. I'm deliberately ruining your street cred. No, I actually didn't intend to make you emotional with the song. I just thought it was a cool song to listen to.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. We're slowly breaking down Lean's walls, her gym walls. So
I may need therapy after this. Okay, so that was RM Namjoon's Soul. And it was a very emotionally traumatic song for me. Yeah, for no particular reason. Will I put it on a playlist? If I feel like I want to have a day of being emotionally traumatized, possibly. The likeliness of listening to it again, slim. But I did like it.
See, I'll listen to it every day. I love his Mona album.
There's something wrong with you.
There is, but I'm a Pisces, like sugar. So
Oh yeah, you like all that touchy-feely
I do
stuff.
like the touchy-feely stuff.
I would rather cut off my own arm. Okay, so that was RM's song. Yes, we liked it. And hopefully you liked our reaction. And it wasn't, well, it was hugely long, but never mind. And we will catch you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.